This video is about how to escape the matrix while still working in your 9-to-5 job. And I know most people on the internet will tell you to go all in, put all your eggs in one basket, just quit that job, go all in on your business, etc. And I'm here kind of to make a video for you guys about how to actually use your 9-to-5 job as leverage instead of quitting it outright. So you still have that money coming in that's going to help you build up your online business, that's going to help you start your entrepreneurship journey so that you can quit that job eventually and go all in, but you will have that safety net. So this is kind of a way that you are still going to be able to work in that 9-to-5 and then transition over into your online business. And this is for the people that maybe they don't feel comfortable quitting that 9-to-5 job and just going all in. Maybe they don't have the funds in their bank account and they don't want it to be all or nothing. They don't want to lose all the stuff that they've built up. They don't want to lose the home and their assets and stuff like that. So this is kind of what that video is going to be about. So let's get into it. So the first reason why you want to continue your 9-to-5 job while also building up your online business on the side is because you still are going to have free time at the end of your day. Like most people are only working like 8 to 10 hours a day, which is still going to leave you like anywhere from like 5 to 6 hours a night after you get off of work to put that time allocated in terms of how you want to use that time. And you can use some of that time to build your business. So obviously you are going to have to sleep and things like that. I mean, if you want to, you don't really have to, but you obviously do have some time to spare after you get off of work. I hate when people say that they work a job and they're so busy, they have this and that to do, they work all day and then they come home and have to go to sleep. But in reality, if you look at it, most people, they go to work, come home, and they don't go right to sleep. They get on TikTok, they scroll that like an hour or so, and then they pop on the video game, turn that on, start playing online with their friends. And then after that, they pop on a movie on Netflix to help them go to sleep. And when you break that down, they really got home and they spent about 6 hours doing useless activities when they could have been allocating that time into something that's gonna either help their business or help them physically. Like they could have been doing workouts. They could have put that time into business. You could read a book. There's many things you could do within that time that most people just blow on useless activities. And then when they go and do that, they're just so used to getting in that habit and that rhythm of coming home and wasting all that time on these nonsense activities that it starts to become normal for them. So they think they don't have the time because they have integrated that stuff into their lifestyle. So now that's something that they have to do. It's like a natural part of them. So it's like that is part of their time allocation and they don't think that they have time to do anything else. But if you drop those bad habits, you drop those bad activities, you'll see that you have plenty of time that you need per day to allocate those hours into building yourself, building your craft, and building your future. You need to find time to work on your business. So go work hard all day. Find a job that's gonna pay you money. I would say that the best type of job you could get is something in sales where you determine your own outcome, your own income that you're gonna make, instead of having just like an hourly wage. Like an hourly wage, you're stuck at a certain amount of money, and no matter how hard you work, that money's not gonna increase. You're kind of just stuck. And it's kind of like, I've been in both positions. I've been in commission jobs where you're making sales and you're determining your own outcome, or you're stuck on an hourly wage. And like for myself, I'm putting in all this work, I'm running the company and things like that, but my paycheck is still the same every week. Or you usually get paid like every 2 weeks in a corporate job. And then with sales, you get paid like every week, and you get paid based off of your performance. So I would say for everyone to get like a sales job, work hard at that during the day, because you working hard in that sales job is also going to build your sales skills for one. And then it's also going to build your resilience. It's going to build your toughness, because you making calls all day on the phone, getting rejected, you doing Zoom calls, one-on-one sales calls, getting rejected, learning what type of objections people have, you learning all that stuff and putting in that time, that's going to build you up for what you're going to need, the skills that you do need for your online business as well. So you're learning on the way, but you're also instilling some like dog in you. Like you want to have that dog in you so you can grind it out. Like all successful people have that dog in them. So that's what a sales job is going to do. But I'm getting off task. Anyways, you do want to use that free time that you do have. You use that free time to allocate towards your business and your goals. And it might only be 2 hours a night. You might only have 2 hours a night, but you building up that time frame, like you putting in 2 hours every single night, that time stacks up and the business grows. Like either way, it's growing. If you're not putting in any time at all, the business is dying. But if you're putting in any amount of time and you're staying consistent with it, the business has no choice but to grow. You have no choice but to get better. So keep your 9 to 5 there, come home every night, use that time wisely, and learn something with it. And now the next thing is, once you have that 9 to 5, you have your time allocated, you work during the day, and then you come home and you work at night on your business. You're able to start using that income that's coming in from your 9 to 5 as a weapon to like fuel your business, fuel your online business. So you can use that, make money. That's why I say get a sales job, because you can make as much money as possible. Your bank account starts to go up every week. You notice that you have more money coming in every single week, and you're like, now what do I do with that money? Instead of you going and blowing it on like dumb stuff, you going and doing useless activities that 99% of people are gonna do when they start making money. They're gonna blow that money, especially when you're young, like when you're in your 20s. People have they have no common sense. So you want to start using that money instead of doing what all your other friends are doing, what everybody else is doing. Use that money to start building your business. Use it to put in for like paid ads. Maybe you want to start growing quickly. Start putting a little bit of that into paid ads so that you get more exposure, and the business starts building quicker for you. You're using that money and it's not really hurting you because you know you have that money coming in. So you're comfortable with putting in an amount of money to grow the business. You're making an investment into yourself and the business. And what you can also do is, there's plenty other ways to make an investment into the business. You don't have to just do paid ads. So you can also invest in like a mentor, somebody that's going to get you to where you want to be a lot quicker. And they're going to tell you how to eliminate the mistakes that they had to make along the way so that you don't have to make them. So that's one part of investing that money into yourself, into your knowledge, so that you can hire a mentor or a coach so that they can speed up the process of your personal growth and your business growth as well. It's that simple. You just have to think about these things and break them down. Most people aren't really thinking about that. They see money in their account and they think, oh, what can I buy? What can I go out and get? Should I finance a car? They go out and they get a car, and then you start making payments, and then when it is time to invest in like a mentor, or you want to buy like a program or a course or something like that, you're struggling for money because you know you have that payment here, you've got that payment here, and then you've got like the rent and all that stuff. It just starts to add up on you, and it's not so pretty as what it looked like when you had that money in your bank account. Now that you have a couple bills that you have to pay, it's like all that stuff, all that fun stuff is out the drain. So you have to really keep an eye on your finances, and you gotta use the money accordingly. Like you have to think in the long term. Like when you're in your 20s, or it doesn't even matter what age you are, you're in your 20s, 30s, whatever, you need to always think about the future. Think 10 years ahead and think about the decisions you make. If I go out and I buy this car, I have this money in my account now. Should I invest in a mentor, or should I go out and buy a car? It's like you have these two options. And right now you're going to want to go out and buy the car, look fancy and nice for all your friends and like the girls, whatever. And it's not really that cool to go get a mentor. But think about what the future you would say. So look at yourself 10 years down the road. And would he be proud of that decision that you made? Would he be proud of you going out and getting that car when in reality, that car is not going to do anything for you? But this mentor can take you from $0 a month to like $100,000 a month. Could take you from anywhere. You don't know what could happen. Could take you from being broke to having money in your account. And just because you make that investment now, most people look at that as like a bill. They don't look at it as an investment. You paying somebody like $3,000 up front, most people don't see like the potential outcome that they could have, like the potential worth. Like $3,000 now is nothing compared to the money that you're going to make in the future after this mentor has walked you through the steps that you need one by one in order to start making that money. And like, people don't understand this concept, and that's why a lot of the people that invest into coaches, invest into mentors and stuff like that, they have way better results than people that try to do it on their own. So start using that money. Use your 9-to-5 as leverage. This is what this whole video is about. Use it as leverage to get you other things. Stop thinking about, oh, I don't want to work for a company my whole life. I don't want to be here every day. Like, just think of the long term. Think of why you're there. You're there for a mission. You don't have to care about your job. You don't have to care about any of that. Just care about you putting in the hours to make the money. The money is what's going to fuel you. So just think about that the next time you're having a bad day at work. And now the last thing is, once you start using that money as leverage and your business starts growing at a quicker rate, now you start understanding how you're going to make money with your online business over here, and you still have that income coming in with your 9-to-5. So now you know how you have two streams of income coming in. You have your 9-to-5 job, and then you do have your business as well. You're starting to make money. And at that point, then that's when you make the decision. You drop the 9-to-5. Like, you no longer need it, but you used it as leverage. So it's like, thank you. You helped me get to where I need to go, and like, you're gone now. Like, I'm escaping the matrix. I'm escaping the rat race, and it's time for me to go all in at this point. And it's time for you to gain your freedom back. So it's that easy. Like, all you have to do is use it as the leverage. And then once you start your business and you learn how to make money with it, then it's time to go all in. You have the funds built up in your account. So now that you're not so scared to go all in on your business, thinking that, what if it fails? What if I lose all my money and I can't pay my bills? Because at this point, you have that savings set up for yourself. You have that savings built up. You have comfortability. And then you have the knowledge that you need to grow the business at the same time. All you have to do is just put in the action. You just have to put words to action. That's really the process of it. And I know most people want to make it sound sweet on the internet. They want to make it sound like you just go and you quit and then you go all in on like online business or some type of business. And then suddenly you're just like a testimonial, like a case study, because you went from working your 9-to-5 to making like $100,000 a month. And in reality, it doesn't work like that. They don't show you that these people that did that, they started off somewhere. They had money in their account built up, or maybe they were still working their 9-to-5 and then also working their business on the side. Like, they don't tell you that. They want to make it seem like every story was a miracle story just so that you buy into them. And I mean, they're like their personal brand, what they're preaching to you. And that's what kind of separates me from like most people, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you like what all of these big creators are doing behind the scenes in order to gain an audience. But I'm going to tell you what's real and what's going to help you in the long run. So I'm just giving you the facts in terms of what's more ideal for you, like for the average person. So, I mean, you can take my advice, you can take their advice. I'm not saying that I'm the all-knowing being, but I'm just saying, think about what you do before you do it. Think about the type of content that you consume. You don't have to take every single thing that I say and put it to action, but just take some things that you might find as gems, mix it with some of the other stuff that you hear from other content creators, and do with it what you want to. Make your own decisions. But I'm just here to give you the options and to tell you what I think that the smartest path will be for you to take. So I hope that somebody found use out of this video. It's not always about just quitting your job right away. See it as an opportunity to get you to somewhere that you want to go and to use it as leverage. So that's the whole point of this video. And if you guys want to have a certain topic that you want me to talk about in one of my videos, just put it in the comments and I'll be back with more content for you guys.